hello my friends, hello dears on the wall. I'm Janar. Today I invite my friend, big friend, JK. Hello, JK.
Hello, Janar, and hello, everybody, and Dimash fans. So I haven't seen as much of Dimash, and so I don't know so much about his Budapest concert, but you can tell me about it, right?
Yes, Budapest concert was wonderful. It was very amazing. What do you think? What conclusion we have? Very soon will be birthday, big birthday, anniversary of Dimash. What conclusion we have about Dimash? Please tell me about that.
Yes, it's a big it's an important age for men. But before I ask about that, what is on your shirt? What is that? Where'd you get that?
Oh,
That's
yes,
awesome.
yes, that's big deal for us because we have a big event in the Golden Gate Park, 25th of May, 11 a.m. You know, it will be very beautiful. Do you know Golden Gate Park?
I have been through San Francisco a few times. I lived in Santa Barbara, California, but I don't think I've been to that park. I have a good friend who lives near there. So it's who's putting this on, this event for his birthday?
It will be like a big event. It will be Kazakh people, American people. It will be like big event, like you know about birthday Dimash.
Uh, uh,
Who designed this shirt? This shirt designed one young person who maybe like Dimash years, who is living in Kazakhstan.
oh, and so do other people have, are those available for other people around the world, or did just you guys get it?
No, we have special merch. It's like shopping. In my shopping will be a link of my shopping will be below my video. Okay.
So others can get that, the
Yeah.
different sizes.
Different sides, and it will be like heart like yours, something like couple of tea, something like that. Very amazing. Okay, that's interesting too. What about you? As a long time I don't see you. What news do you have in your life?
Yes, so thank you for asking. I just sang the national anthem at the Washington Nationals professional baseball game versus the Baltimore Orioles. So this is Friday, 4 days ago, Tuesday night, and it was an announced audience attendance of 30,000 people.
Wow, that's big stadium and big event. You know, Dimash has anthem of Kazakhstan too.
And he did it for boxing. He came to America for a boxing match. I remember. So he does the anthem for Kazakhstan, and I do the anthem for America.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? So I sang that, but I've done it since I was younger. I've done it the last 40 years. I've done it many times. So basketball games, um, and I'm hoping to sing for the football team locally here in the fall. I'm hoping.
That's
So anyway, that was exciting, a lot of fun. When I got to my seat, people stood up and applauded and took pictures. So really, it was a lot of fun. And eventually, there'll be you have the amateur video. There's also going to be a professional video that I'll get in a week or two from the professional baseball team.
Please rise as the DC Fire and EMS Color Guard present our nation's colors. Here to honor our country with a performance of the Star-Spangled Banner. Retired DC area teacher and advocate for global information literacy, J.K. Kelly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And the other thing that I have going on is I started a nonprofit, and the nonprofit is to increase critical thinking through information literacy. So here's my card. Let me get it in there. Let's see, over here, over there. There we go. So it's the Universal Information Literacies Association. Does it have it on the front? Maybe not. So there it is on the back. The Universal Information Literacies Association.
What's mean critical thinking?
It means asking questions to figure out what's true, to solve problems and make decisions. So it's like the Socratic method, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, asking questions to get down to what's really accurate, what's really true, so you can solve a problem or make a good decision.
Oh, congratulations. That's a big deal. Wow.
It's a big deal. We're registered with the U.S. government as a nonprofit, a 501c3. And here's the big event. I don't know if you'll be able to show, but coming in November 8th, we're going to celebrate 50-year anniversary of information literacy. So the person who started it, his name is Paul Zerkowski. I worked with him since 2010. And he gave speeches around the world, and so did I. So we went to Istanbul in 2013. We went to Bosnia. I went to Greece and gave a speech. He passed away at age 89, so I'm carrying on his legacy. And then I'm a retired teacher. I have a master's degree in teaching, retired from teaching, and so I'm using my teaching background with my new association to increase critical thinking, more critical thinking, to be smart, to make good decisions. And I'm also a professional chauffeur. So I was chauffeuring someone from the Washington Nationals professional baseball team, and they heard me sing, and they said, "We want you to sing the national anthem." So
yes, that's big deal too. Professional chauffeur, that's big deal too. What about you now, grandfather? Congratulations, you.
Thank you. My pictures are on my phone, so I can't show you, but maybe I could send you one, and then you could put it up when you put this video up. So yes, thank you. November of the year before, so it's our granddaughter. Me and my wife are going in 2 weeks to go visit her.
Wow, good.
She's in Seattle, Washington, with my son and daughter-in-law, and he's an electrician out there. So thank you, and we're very excited. Our first grandchild. My father is 90 years old, so he's a great-grandfather now.
19 years old. Wow.
He's a retired psychiatrist, and my wife's father was a psychologist. So it's pretty funny. And he sang the national anthem for the professional football team 40 years ago in the 1980s for the Washington Redskins. So I just sang for the Washington Nationals, and I hope to do for the Commanders. They're called the Washington Commanders. So hopefully this season I'll Sing the national anthem. No, say, can you see?
Maybe one day, if Dimash coming to America and maybe moving to America, maybe one day, and Dimash will sing anthem of America. Maybe, I don't know.
Or Kazakhstan will qualify for the Soccer World Cup. So the Soccer World Cup is going to be in Canada, USA, and Mexico in 2 years, 2026.
Oh.
So Canada has 2 games. We have 11 games, and Mexico has 3 games. So the World Cup in 2026 is going to be in North America. And maybe Kazakhstan qualify. Dimash come here. He sing the Kazakhstan national anthem. I sing the U.S. national anthem.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
see.
Why not?
I have a song called "The Golden Rule" that that I could actually do a little bit. Well, you might not be able to hear it, right? You couldn't hear. So if you can't hear,
the golden rule, who's gonna rule? The golden rule. Maccabea Games, Israel or Mexico, Venezuela, England, who will grade 1A? Hey! Chile, Italy, Russia or Brazil, will they be the best they can be? B! Germany or Ukraine, Canada, South Africa, when it's over then we will see. C! United States or Kazakhstan, France or Argentina, goals come from tough D. Effort that is true set you free. Effort that is true set you free. Effort that is true set you free.
Bravissimo, bravo.
thank you. That's called "The Golden Rule," and I want that to be the song for the World Cup. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want that to be for the World Cup when we have it in America.
Yes, yes, you're right. Oh, GK, I have big question for you about Dimash.
Yes.
Yes, Dimash has a long time to music on the world, and Dimash now very famous on the world. Maybe you have some thinking about Dimash, some conclusion about Dimash. Please share.
Yes.
Share.
So I've been saying for maybe the last 2 years, people have seen me. I mentioned it with Vanya that his 30th birthday is going to be very, very important for him in his life. And I predict it'll be a turning point. That's just a prediction. 30 years old for a man is when they gain wisdom. Now, he has wisdom, beyond his years, no question. Even when he was 22, when he was 19, he's had wisdom his whole life. He's very smart. But smart is not always wise. So he's wise. He's not only smart, but he's wise. Because you can look at history and see a lot of smart people who did terrible things. They used their smarts for bad stuff. Obviously, he uses his smarts for good things. But hitting 30 in so many cultures around the world, I don't know for Kazakhstan if 30 really stands out, but it does in a lot of cultures. For men, fully men, they can use their wisdom. They're no longer younger. They're, on their way. So I see it being really big for him. So it's May 25. It's the 25th. Is his birthday?
Birthday will be 24.
24th. Okay. So your event is going to be May 24th at the Golden Gate Park.
Not 25th, because
the day after his birthday.
Yes, because it will be Saturday.
Okay. So Friday, the 24th, he turns 30, and then the next day, the 25th, you have, okay. And my wife, her birthday is May 21st. So
21st?
21st, and then the next day we fly out to to across the country to go see our granddaughter. So that's her birthday gift, is to go see her granddaughter. So Dimash, so here's the other thing that stands out. I really like that he lived in LA. So he lived in LA for a while, right? While he was doing film directing school or something.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
You didn't get down to LA, or nobody you knew got down there?
I think it's kind of secret for us because I tried to go to LA and met with Dimash, but kind of secret for us. I don't know why. Okay, don't know. I don't worry about that.
Yeah, they kept it very, very. It was hard. You had to really follow to know he was living there for various times, and he left, and I think came back. And a guy named David Foster, do you know that name? He's a producer. David Foster is a musician and a producer, and he met with some gospel singers, which was cool. That he also, and I'm pretty sure he was taking film directing school, it was a New York film, the listeners will know, but they had a school in LA. So my point is, him living in LA, he also, Walter, I don't know how to say his last name. He's Russian, but he wrote songs with Mariah Carey. Walter
Afanasyev.
Yes, him and David Foster met with Dimash. So Walter introduced him to various people while he was in LA. So I think Walter was one of his connections. So the point is, let's see, how do I say this? He grew up Michael Jackson, watching Western music, Freddie Mercury, American music, Beatles, Elvis. And it looks like one thing when you see it from afar, but when he came for the world's best, do you remember that contest that was terrible? He sang and he stepped away for the kids. Do you know about that one? Mm-mm. So he was more naive about how the American world works with the entertainment industry. And he came with eyes wide open, and he does this contest, and all of a sudden there's a girl from Kazakhstan is one of the singers, and another young boy from India, he was from India, were contestants. It was the world's best entertainers. There wasn't musicians, the world's best singer, world's best, maybe it was world's best music singer types. Anyway, all of a sudden, after 2 or 3 rounds, he's competing against 2 12-year-olds.
Really?
And he's like, I don't want to compete against kids. He's like, in my culture, the kids, we get out of the way of the kids and let them grow. And so he stepped aside. And one of the judges said, you can't do that. And he cussed at him. And then another woman said, this isn't a free stage or something. The third one at least kept quiet. So he got shocked, and you could see his parents were shocked too. So that was probably 2017, 2018. People will know who are watching, and people know that was terrible. It was called The World's Best. It was on CBS. They were not honest with him. So they got to see the dark side of the American music business. So that really helped him. Then he learned more. And then when he came to live in LA, I'm sure he now knows the dark side. That only 10% of the entertainment business is above board, is good. Yeah. The other 90% is bad in a lot of different ways. So this will be interesting to see what he does after living in LA. That's the main thing I wanted to get across. 30, and that he lived in LA. It seemed like 3 weeks and then another few weeks. It seemed like he lived in LA over, 5 weeks or something. And that he would really, because having his dad, who's very wise, and his mother, his family around him, and now working with his brother, which is really cool, and sister, I'm sure she's on her way, that they have a really good team around him. And that he is independent. He cannot be bought. He will not, so one of the main things about the Western American music business, it is the most powerful in the world. And so it goes to artists and it says, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And Dimash is, well, we'll do this is what we have. And then you guys can be part of it if you want to.
Yeah.
So he's resisted because he's very strong family, strong parents. And that's what so many of the Dimash, the Deers love about him, right?
Yes, you're right. You're right. So I think maybe if Dimash again and again Los Angeles, I think Dimash bought house. I think just my thinking.
In the Los Angeles area?
I think I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe if Dimash buy house, it's okay for Dimash because Dimash big singer, yes, on the world, and Dimash I think have good money because Spotify, because YouTube channel have money and
Yeah, he does. Yes. Yeah, they have money. So are you asking, do you think that's a good thing? I think it's a good thing. Is that your question? Would it be good if he bought a house in LA? My answer to that is yes. And the reason why is because he really, really wants to be part of Western American music because he looked up to Michael Jackson. Freddie Mercury is still part of Western music, right? That's the same thing. The Western entertainment world. He wants to break in, but he only wants to do it on his terms. Dimash, we love you for that. He's going to do it his way because what does the music industry do to artists? They chew them up and spit them out. They did it to Elvis. Elvis was 47 years old or 42 years old. They did it to Prince. He was 57, I think. Michael Jackson was 50 or something. The biggest stars in the world get chewed up and spit out because the machine doesn't care. It's not even any one person. It's just that machine is about making money. And a lot of these artists, their catalog of music and their publishing does incredibly well after they die. Unfortunately, this is a crazy world, everybody. But so they're not motivated. They're motivated to let him get rid of them at some point. So he now knows that he's 30. His dad's there. His family's still around. His team's still around him. Now he can do it on his terms. He knows people now. They know he's not going to bend. What's what we love about Dimash? Very strong. And he's just going to, when he hits 30, I mean, he's already that. It's not like that day it changes, but it's locked in when he is 30, right? And, now, because he's only, 2 weeks away, he's there. And I think the next step will be very exciting. Really exciting that he sang a duet with Placido Domingo. Oh, for the tempest. Anyway, what was Placido? Una fama padre, la moi, la la. Anyway, it's called Pearl Fishers, is the opera, Bizet's Pearl Fishers. It's my favorite duet, and I want to do it with Dimash someday. I had already dreamed of doing that duet with Dimash 3-4 years ago, but I'm really happy he did it with Placido. Obviously, I'm a nobody, but so Placido, heard about Dimash from his grandson and wanted to meet Dimash and Dimash, like, ever since I was 5 years old, I admired you. So it's really exciting. The thing about Dimash that a lot of us love is he can do any style. So Dimash's song, The Story of One Sky, two things. One is he's fighting against evil. It's good versus evil, and he's fighting the bad stuff. And he feels very passionate about that. And in that song, he does a duet from Pearl Fishers called, it's got a long name. It's a French name. But anyway, the duet from Pearl Fishers with Placido Domingo. And then in The Story of One Sky, he's singing hard rock, screaming, but it works. It sounds great. So he can sing every style. He can sing everything. And that's what we love about Dimash. But he does it, but he makes it his own. He's not like a dancing bear or a one-trick pony. He puts a lot of elements, different styles together, and creates a very appealing sound, his own sound, the Dimash's sound. And every big star, Elvis, the Beatles, they all had a sound, their style that everyone recognizes. And Dimash has a style that everyone recognizes. And it's really exciting because we know he was studying jazz, I think even composition. So maybe we'll see some more classical. What's that?
Opera with Plácido Domingo.
I think he could do. He knows he could definitely do opera. But in terms of his compositions, he might write
Bach. Maybe it will be Bach.
Well, I'm thinking instrumental. Yeah, that he would write an instrumental because here he is with singing voice that no one can match. No one can do what he can do. I'm not saying range. He's got one of the biggest ranges in the world, but there's people who that's all they do is their range and they're not an artist, but he's an artist first before his range. So he's not trying to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, but you have these other people. That's all they're trying to do is get in the Guinness Book of World Records. He is an artist. He's actually, even before an artist, he's a big heart to try to save the world and help the world. You know, he's always like the Mahdi from the Muslim religion, the Mahdi.
Mahdi, it's a kind of
Mahdi. He's like the Mahdi. Anyway, I put it out there. He is first about helping the world, even before being an artist. But of course, he'll use his artistry to try to help the world. So the story of One Sky stands out because it's fighting evil. He doesn't like seeing the wars, no matter whose side. You know, he's for the innocent people, wherever they are. We the people of the world. He's for the innocent people, and you could see his passion. And he, for the first time, he sang heavy metal, hard rock singing. He hadn't done that before.
Yes, you're right. You're right. It's Dimash has for you this flower. It's for you, please. Because
yes. Okay. Let me grab it.
Look at this. Look at this. Yes, this is Dimash, a very stylish person. Yes, this is for you, please.
Got it. Thank you.
Stylish person, very like singing with Plácido Domingo. This is kind of like style with opera style. Opera style.
Yes, yeah, he's got his jacket is like that. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for you interesting information for us because this is very necessary. Pretty soon will be birthday Dimash and will be big concert in Istanbul. So we very appreciated you for this conversation with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janar. And did you say he's going to be in Istanbul for his birthday?
Say again?
Dimash is going to be in Istanbul for his birthday?
Yes.
Did you say?
It will be big concert Istanbul exact this day and birthday Dimash.
So May 24th.
Yes.
All right. So he is going to be, I'll find it on here. He is going to be, right there in Istanbul. It's right over there.
Yes.
And I was in Istanbul in 2013. I went to the Hagia Sophia, which used to be a Christian cathedral or basilica or something like that. All right, so he's going to Istanbul for his birthday. So happy birthday to Dimash. Happy 30th birthday. My son just turned 30. My son is 1 month, 2 months, no, a month and a half older than Dimash.
My son too. My son birthday August 1994. Yes, my son too. August.
All right, so that's three of us. Your son, my son, and Dimash. Your son is like 3 months, May, June, July, August, 3 months younger, and my son is 1 month older.
Ah, okay.
And we are very protective of our sons, obviously, and we transfer that. We're protective of Dimash, aren't we?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
I want to say another thing. My experience that I've noticed when Dimash comes to an airport, it's at least 80% women, female, right?
Yes, yes, you're right.
I found a female when she comes into the airport, it's 80% men.
Oh, maybe.
No, I know. So she's a dancer and now a singer from South Korea.
Ah,
And
okay.
she's in Taiwan and she's a cheerleader for the Dragons baseball team, professional baseball team, the Dragons.
Mhm.
Her name is Lee Do-Wei, Lee Do-Wei. She's just a little bit younger than Dimash. She's 25
Okay.
and she's very popular, millions of views on YouTube. She's a dancer and a singer. She just put out her first music, a song called Hush and a song called Nevertheless, so in English. And so she's trying to do K-pop, but it's almost like the mirror image of Dimash. Dimash comes in and it's mostly women, 80-90% women. She comes in an airport and it's 80-90% men.
Yes, because Dimash was
So
an amazing person for a woman because very elegant person, face very interesting. I mean,
handsome.
handsome, very handsome person.
Yes, he's very handsome. Yes. So I'm going to ask you a question. When is Dimash going to get married, do you think?
Good question. I don't know. I don't know because I think Dimash has American style. American style. I think people get married not very young.
But do you think he's going to marry an American?
I think so. Maybe. Why
I
not?
think so. I think he bought a house in L.A. Maybe if he bought a house in L.A., he's going to meet some American woman.
Maybe. Why not?
Why not? It seems like it. He's very adventurous. He wants to explore the world. You know, Kazakhstan wanted him. They wanted him for the Astana Opera. And he said, thank you, but I want to explore music and travel the world. Right.
Yes. You're right.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Elvis won his first Grammy when he was like 30 years old, 30, 31, 29, 32. Elvis did not win a Grammy award until he was around that age, 30, 31.
Ah. Oh, wow. Interesting information. Good.
Because he moved around his hips and the parents didn't like he's moving his hips. He was dancing and it was too sexy, but the teenagers loved it.
Uh-huh.
So he was more of a rebel and the Grammys didn't recognize. The Grammys also started in 58, the year Elvis got going, but they did more traditional music and he was too sexy for the Grammys. So he was a rebel, and you most will know what I mean by a rebel. He was anyway. So and Dimash can be a rebel in the sense that he has his style. He's going to do it the way he wants to do it, not how the music machine says. No, you have to do this, Dimash. You must do this. Sorry, bye.
Yes.
Dimash, keep it up.
That's the secret why Dimash very famous right now because Dimash has inside very strong personality. That's
Yes. Like you can see it's as strong as steel. His will is like steel.
still.
And nice guy, smile, but you can see his determination and just power inside of him. Powerful.
Yes, powerful. Yes, you're right. Very powerful because support, because family support Dimash and Kazakh people and our country. I think Dimash will be pretty soon, very famous on the world. I mean, right now very famous, but pretty soon it will be like Michael Jackson.
Well, I think he's already famous pretty much everywhere else. That's why he wants to break in. The West is the last, it's the biggest, the most influential. And when he does break in there, it will help even more in the world. But he's taken it about as far as you can in the rest of the world. He's already got China, Russia, you know, he's got the Spanish, he's got so much of the world. This is the final piece. And there's reasons why he hasn't broken in, and that is because he won't play their game. He won't do what they tell him.
Yes.
That's why they're like, okay, you're not going to do what we say. We're going to keep you out. But he'll come to LA. He'll maybe bought a house. He has a stronger will than all those people in the music industry.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, JK.
Thank you, Janar. So thank you, all the dears that are watching. It's good to see you again. Doing great here. Janar looks great in San Francisco, right? Beautiful setting. Is that your home there?
California, wonderful outside.
Yeah, it looks beautiful there. And a lot of glass where you're living. It looks beautiful. So good luck with the Dimash's birthday party for America.
Yes. Yes, it will be big party in San Francisco. I think on the world will be big party, just like for Dimash. Thank you so much for you. Thank you so much for dears. Thank you so much for subscribe my channel.
All right, bye. Everyone subscribe and show us your t-shirt to the end. Show us your shirt again. Look at that. Yeah, looking sharp. All right. Great to see you. Go Dimash. I'll go Dimash.
Yes, you're right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
My wife just got this at a bazaar, like a garage sale at her congregation, Unitarian Universalist congregation. I belong to St. Bartholomew's Catholic Church. Anyway, this is more than 100 years old, and it's made by Washburn. I don't know if you can see that. And there we go, maybe there. I am not and inside, probably can't see, but it says 1897, and it has been verified as an 1897. There's another part of the label. And so I'm not a mandolin player, but I'm just learning how to play mandolin. Name that tune. Can you name who that is? Let's see.